Hello, YouTube world. Thanks for checking in the Khaliis take. Now, today's take of the day, we'll be talking about how concerned should we be of Kevin Durant's lingering injuries. Now, before we get into the video, please like, subscribe, also leave any comments. Please also hit that notification bell as well if you want to get the future content, so you get my future content first. And also, please check out my other videos as well and leave any comments on those. I think you'll like the content and I think you'll find it intriguing. Now let's just go ahead and jump into the situation here. How concerned should we be with Kevin Durant's injuries? I mean, Kevin Durant has, been, to me, arguably the best player in the league for a while. And, still revered as one of the best players in the league, even though he's had multiple injuries or lingering injuries that have held him back from maybe even possibly winning more titles or at least one more championship. When I think of Kevin Durant, I think of somebody just nobody in the league could stop. Personally, Kevin Durant can literally drop 25, 30 on anybody. I say maybe a couple years ago, the hardest person for him to drop 25 plus points on probably was Kawhi Leonard, but he still could drop 25 on him. So my thing is, you have a phenom 7-footer like Kevin Durant playing at a high level. It's going to be hard for anybody to beat the Nets. But what's concerning now is when you look at KD's injuries, it started with his hamstring, I believe. It started for him being out 2 to 3 games. Now it's him out through the All-Star. Then it was him out through the All-Star break. Now he's going to be out a couple of more games even after the All-Star break. It's like, when you think about his lingering injuries, is it concerning? Is it an issue? Yeah, I would say so, because if it's going to hinder him from being who he is and who we know of him to be, which is a great player, and, coming through in the clutch and hitting big shots and being out there on the court and just being available, I would say it's a big thing. It's a really big thing. And, when you look at this Nets team, it's like, how much chemistry have they had together? Like, they've only played less than 10 games together as a unit. Is that going to work going into the playoffs? Just flipping that switch, adding KD in there that's going to win the championship? It can, because potentially, they can definitely win the championship with the firepower that they have. But at the same time, I think one of the biggest reasons why they signed maybe Blake Griffin is because of, some of KD's injuries. And I'm not saying, nor am I never ever saying Blake Griffin is Kevin Durant, because he's nowhere even in that stratosphere. He's not even close to Kevin Durant. Never ever will be. I'm just saying, having a bigger body or another threat to score some points out there on the floor is going to help them if they don't have Kevin Durant's assistance because of his injuries. And it just seems like, KD has become more injury prone especially these last couple of years. Now, I know he was dealing with the Achilles a couple of years ago when him and his team lost to Toronto in the finals. And, I get that, but at the same time, it's with him these last couple of years, it seemed like the injury bug is just, it's got him rattled. He can't get past it. So, it's definitely a concerning issue, because it's just on and on and on with KD. It just keeps happening, or something keeps happening to him to prevent him from being the guy he's supposed to be and being available for the team on the court. And, thank goodness they do got James Harden and Kyrie, because I think James Harden and Kyrie could win a lot of playoff series by themselves. But, I think if they ever play the Lakers or the Clippers in a 7-game series, whoever they face in the finals, it's going to take more than those two. It's going to take KD to come out there and make the difference. So hopefully KD is healthy, before the playoffs start, at least maybe 10 games for the playoffs start. 20 games would be better, but, hopefully he gets healthy and, they get some playing time together, because I really want to see how they look all together. I want to see how dominant they can look, if they're that dominant, So hopefully KD gets well and healthy, because I definitely want to see him out there, because this is KD we talking about. We talking about top 2, top 3 player in the league, no doubt about it. So it's like, you definitely want to see the best competition out there. But I would say, yeah, definitely his injuries are concerning to me, because it just seems like it's just something that he can't shake. And I didn't think he would be out this long. I really didn't. I thought he would have came back a couple weeks ago against the Lakers, a big game. I think it came on Sunday or whenever it came on TV. I think maybe Thursday night, but still, I thought he'd be back by now. But the fact that he hasn't been back, and the fact that he's still suffering from the injury, didn't even play in the All-Star game, and it's just, I don't know. Like, when you think about KD, is he becoming more fragile? As a player, is he becoming more injury prone? That's not good, because if you need him in the playoffs and he gets injured again, hypothetically, if he pops his Achilles or something like that again, or have a calf strain, I always said, just like I agree with Shaq, your best ability is availability. And if you're not available to be out there, it doesn't really matter in whatever else you have to offer, because it's not helping the team if you're not there to play. So I definitely want to see KD back on the court. I definitely want to see the Nets at full strength. And like I said, it's just good for the league with him being in there. I mean, the ratings go up. The league is better with him playing at a high level. I mean, because he's a lot of people's favorite player. So, I mean, you have to take into the account of who he is and what he's done for the league, and how he's grown as a player. So, that all that goes into effect. And like I said, I hope KD gets healthy, man. I hope he gets healthy and stay healthy. I don't want him to have any injuries, because he's a top player in the league, and that's just not what you want to see. So, hey, with that being said, the Nets are still a good team. They're still a great team, actually. And, adding Kevin Durant, dropping Kevin Durant in there is not going to hurt their offensive flow, I don't think, much. I think it's only definitely going to add to it and make them an even more stronger team than what they are, which is unreal all on its own. But, yeah, we definitely got to get KD back in there. And we definitely got to see who's the best player in the league, because I think the Nets are going to the finals between the Lakers and Clippers. As constructed right now, I would say the Lakers would probably make it over the Clippers, because the Clippers just haven't addressed that point guard issue. But I think if they address that, I think it'd be tougher for the Lakers to, get past them, not unless the Lakers make a drastic move as well in the trade deadline also. But we'll see how that goes, the battle of the West. But either way, I do think the Nets will make it to the finals still. I just think if KD has injuries and they linger and they hold him back from playing at a high level as he usually does, then I think they'll lose in the finals, whoever they play. So, but we'll see. Like I said, they still have a good enough team to win it all. I can't say they don't, but at the same time, I just need to see everybody healthy. And hey, that's my take on it, though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me know what you think in the comment section. Leave any of your comments there. Join the Cali community. Let's become a community, and hey, let's talk about it. But hey, until next time.